Listen, was this last season one of the most difficult that you've had in the NFL?
Being cut, that's always, when you lose your job, that's always difficult. But I learned so much this season, and I learned from so many good coaches and so many great players, real veterans, the Julius Peppers, the Greg Olsons, the Ryan Khalils, who's, he's retiring, which I think he still got some football left in him. When you look at vets who played 10, 12, 13, 17 years in this league, you try to take something from them, because obviously they've been doing it at a high level consistently for so many years. So, the Thomas Davis, the Captain Merlins, I learned a lot from them. And then going down to Oakland and John Gruden and Donald Penn and Jared Cook, and you take those vets and those veteran coaches who's been in this league for a very long time, and you just try to learn, and you look at the positive.
Now, of course, well, for those that don't know, I did cover you with the Panthers.
Yep.
You weren't used as much as you should have been to complement Christian McCaffrey. What would you say the differences are between that Carolina Panthers offense and this LA Rams offense?
Nothing really. Some of the system out, a little different quarterback play, of course. Cam is dynamic with his legs as he is with his arm. Just simple things like that. But as far as how they utilize players, I don't think nothing different. I just think Christian emerged into something amazing, and I think this Saturday he'll probably pick up the Offensive Player of the Year because he definitely deserved it. But that was their choice. When to use me and then when to not to use me, and I got to LA and they decided to use me. So it depends how the coaches feel. So that's a question for Ron and a question for Sean.
Now, you always said all season that when your name or when your number was called, you would be ready. Championship game, divisional championship game, your name was called, your number was called. Todd Gurley was he didn't have the best game. You were ready when called. What would you say, I guess, gave you the mindset to be prepared with everything that you had going on this season, with the uncertainty? What would you say kept you focused so that when you were called and when it was your time, that you would be able to deliver?
I think one is just the professionalism. It's your job to be ready, because you are one play away. Just like I was ready in Carolina, if something was going to happen to Christian McCaffrey, I was ready to go before I got released. I think the second, I've been a Pro Bowl back in this league, and I've been a top 10 rusher in this league, and the game is still the game. So when you get an opportunity, you just try to take advantage of them. And I got an opportunity last week, and I know I'm gonna get a couple opportunities in this Super Bowl, and let's go have fun.
Now, the Patriots are a familiar foe for you. You said you played them, 8 times now?
It'll be my 8th time.
What would you say would be I guess the keys to longevity for them to be good for such a long time in such a competitive league?
I bet you if you go back, Patriots might not want me saying this, but I bet if you go back and look at New England from when they started their success, go look at the turnover margin, what they do in the red zone on both sides of the football, what they do on third down on both sides of the football, and what they do during situational football. I bet you they've been top 5 for the last 10, 15 years.
Now, Sean McVeigh, youngest coach to ever coach in the Super Bowl, what would you say are some of the characteristics that he has that are different from coaches that you played for in the past?
I just think the receptiveness. Like I said, I think us as veteran players, if we come to him and tell him what we see, it probably won't get called all the time, but if we show him and keep harping it and he calls it, hopefully it works. We got to make it go. But I think this is the receptiveness. He trusts us as players compared to other coaches I've been around who's had success their own way and doing it that way. So I think that's the difference.
Now, I will ask you, I know you say you have 15 family members that are coming to this game. This is a big, huge game. A lot of people are playing for certain family members or legacies. If you're able to come away with the win on Sunday, who are you dedicating this game to?
My niece and my nephew. But the first 2 Super Bowls I've been to, they couldn't remember. So now they're old enough to remember, and I think there's no better feeling than when confetti's rolling down and my niece and my nephew are excited, because they're going to be happy just to be on the football field. They can care less I won the Super Bowl. If I could just get them in between the lines to meet a bunch of players and they're going to run around and I'm chasing them, I think that would be a really, really great feeling.
Thank you so much, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.